Like the video and subscribe right now, or this will be in your bed tonight. From hackers to scary glitches and creepy people on the internet, Fortnite is not completely family friendly as it may seem. Today, we look at some of the Fortnite horror stories that are sure to chill your spine. Be sure to stick around for this entire video as you are not going to want to miss out on these insane, true horror stories. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first up, number 7, a Fortnite gamer known as Queen Grudge submitted a post to Epic Games forum after something very strange happened to her in-game. In her post, she wrote, "I was playing a couple of nights ago and I heard a girl singing in the woods in Stonewood. It was super creepy. The sound seemed directional, hitting that it was a physical in-world thing. However, when I tried to follow it, she began laughing and it kept changing direction." The user stated that once it got dark, she stopped looking for the girl as it just got very creepy. She asked the forum community if this was just a simple sound effect or an in-game secret. Well, no one knew for sure. It turned out that the singing had been caught on tape. Devoncy had also heard it and experimented with distance in relation to the sound. Nobody could really confirm what this was, as it could have been a glitch or maybe something even worse. Epic Games sending us a message. Either way, this was definitely one of the scariest Fortnite stories to ever take place, and we still need to get to the bottom of it. Number 6 is a lonely biscuit eater, and he submitted the terrifying mythical backstory of the Wailing Woods to Reddit. In his post, he wrote that according to legend, a few years back, a squad of 4 jumped out of the battle bus into Wailing Woods and didn't survive. They made their way to an abandoned shack deep in the woods, and then they were taken away. What makes this scary is that in the comments in the thread, people have reported hearing creepy, unknown sounds in Wailing Woods that might actually be an event coming back to haunt players. Another Redditor confirmed that you can indeed hear eerie wails while running through the woods. So is this story true? Well, we cannot be 100% sure, but it seems like a big possibility hearing this creepy story. So number 5, well, what happens when you play Fortnite too often? You start to have dreams about it. Sometimes this can be good, as you may be dreaming of becoming the next ninja or getting your best game ever. However, what happened to this individual was quite concerning. Reddit user Pfeiffer wrote, "I thought I'd share my Fortnite dream / nightmare from last night while it's still fresh in my mind and before my rationale kicks in and ask myself, what the heck? Why am I sharing my dreams online?" What happened in this dream? Well, the Reddit user said that in his dream, it was daytime and he was gazing out in the horizon towards Dusty Depot, and he noticed a black knight coming through the shadows in a distance. Noting that the figure didn't have a shield, he thought ending him off would be a piece of cake, so he started unloading rounds using a SCAR. But it wasn't so simple. The Black Knight continued approaching despite the fact that the user had loaded about 100 rounds of ammo. At some point, the knight even mounted a horse and began to ride it, coming closer and closer. But he was never eliminated, and after getting right up to the user, the Black Knight finished Pfeiffer for good. This must have been a really scary dream, as you can only imagine what it would feel like being inside the Fortnite game and getting eliminated by an invincible character. Alright, number 4, hackers are a common occurrence nowadays. With the ever-growing technology, hackers can easily breach into one's account. Caffeinate Doll 9 provides Fortniters on Reddit a public service announcement about potentially being hacked, which seems to be very common in the Fortnite community. The guy had been playing Fortnite for a week when he found on a subreddit that another Fortniter's account has been hacked along with their payment method, which was linked to their account. In this post, the person who was hacked advised the readers to turn on two-step verification in order to keep their account secure. So Caffeinate Doll 9 did just that, but what happens next is terrifying. Today, I woke up to 79 emails, one almost every 5 minutes from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. with requested two-factor authentication code from several different IP addresses, all in Vietnam. Apparently, somebody had immediately tried to hack this individual, and his two-factor authentication may have been the only thing between safety and his stolen identity. Still, the Redditor wondered how in the world these hackers knew his username and password, especially since he'd only been playing for a week. But either way, this was definitely a big time scare for the Fortnite player, and one that deserves a spot on this list for sure. So for number 3, we have this story which was posted by the Reddit user by the name of Chronics, and it's definitely one to scare you. Chronix was going about his business and turned on his PC to start playing some Fortnite. However, he realized immediately that his webcam was turned on for whatever reason. Chronix stated, "I only had Firefox and Fortnite open at the time and was watching YouTube, so I found this strange. I tilted my webcam up, then downloaded a program to see what processes were using my webcam, and it showed that some process called MCAPS blah 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 by NVIDIA was using my webcam." Scary, right? After he saw this process running, he immediately attempted to shut it down and turn his webcam off. What happens next will shock you. As stated by Chronix, "I proceeded to browse the web as per usual for a few hours, then I switched to the Fortnite tab, and there, in the bottom right corner of the screen, was a picture of my forehead taken hours earlier." Since this occurrence, Chronix has yet to figure out what really happened here, and many believe that his computer was taken over by hackers, or even worse, the dark web. It's scary to think that we can be tracked through our computers so easily, and it appears this happened in this instance. Number 2, has your teammate ever turned into a beast randomly on Fortnite? Well, I do not think so. But according to one Fortnite gamer, during one of his matches, after he's cleared an area surrounding an abandoned home, he races inside and tells his teammates that there's a blue sniper inside for anyone who wants to retrieve it. But his teammate did not come in as a Fortnite skin. Instead, the character was a dog running on all fours. Well, it looked like a dog from afar, but it turned out to be a person on all fours. While this can be a funny one for some people, we must admit that it's a bit concerning to see a Fortnite character running at you full speed while on all fours.
Yes, Sab, I'm gonna bandage.
I'm all good. Blue sniper down here if anyone wants it.
What?
Yeah, there's a blue one in here. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was quite scary. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
And finally, number 1, just when you thought our previous story of the creepy laughs was enough, another Fortnite player who submitted another story of hearing creepy laughter in the game. In his post titled, "Why am I hearing creepy laughs?" this Reddit user was scared for his life. According to the person, the creepy laughter in Tomato Town is scaring him to his wits. Redditors had many different suggestions as to where this creepy laughter was coming from. Spooky52Me suggested that it was demons. Rory and many others suggested it was gnomes from the Battle Pass. But the Nev had perhaps the most creepy suggestion. "You're going insane," he wrote. But who knows, maybe he was going crazy, but this was not a story that shines light on the Fortnite community.